The following is an Outdoor Channel original production.
This episode of Dropped is presented by Winchester, the American legend, celebrating 150 years of legendary excellence. Hunters have always been the first to venture into the wilderness. Whether driven by necessity or a thirst for adventure, it is hunters who dare to go where most others won't. Brothers Chris and Casey Keefer represent the modern-day hunter. For most of their lives, the Keefer brothers have tested their skills as survivors in some of the world's most dangerous and unpredictable landscapes. Dropped with only a sidearm for protection and the clothes on their backs, together they will spend the next month scratching and clawing their way over 100 river miles through a land ruled by predators. In a race against time, supply-yielding caches will be placed by the producers throughout their journey. To acquire them, the brothers must beat the clock, as Mother Nature threatens to choke the North with ice and snow. For the first time, the Keefer brothers will find out what it's like to be cast into the wild with virtually nothing. This is Dropped. Over 150 million years ago, much of Alaska was nothing but a shallow sea. Things changed after a drifting tectonic plate sank its teeth into the Arctic shelf. The plate's ceaseless advance over countless centuries has forced the bedrock to buckle and rise, building the Brooks Range we know today. The drastic shifts in elevation define the landscape, a trait that many of the range's residents have become accustomed to, even dependent upon. Something the Keefer brothers are all too aware of as they struggle to escape the shallow rivers of the open tundra. Chris and Casey Keefer are fighting a shallow river in their race to beat the rapidly approaching Arctic winter. The brothers were forced to break camp early to drag their raft over 2 miles before ice and snow choked the river. They have another 2 miles to validate their second cache, with hopes of acquiring a few more precious tools to help survive sharp winds and freezing temperatures.
This is ridiculous.
What I wanted, weather and water. Chris and I chose to bow stern our way down through this high, skinny water. It's actually a really good method to move through this skinny stuff because you can get in and out of the boat really quick and really easy. When the boat comes down and it drops over a rapid, as the bow gets closer to shore and Chris pushes off, what that does is that actually spins the boat on its axis like this toward the shore a lot harder.
Every impact threatens to damage the raft, which could leave the brothers stranded.
So far we've been going through this skinny water getting out of the tundra, but we're picking our way through.
The surging river is a good sign that the brothers are steadily making their way out of the barren high country.
It's definitely dropping in elevation because we're getting more ripples right now.
When you look back there, you can see it. See the layers, like down, flat, ripple, flat. It comes all the way through there.
The rivers that flow on the south side of Alaska's Brooks Range start in high elevation. As they flow towards the valley below, the river's gradient will vary. Oftentimes, areas of relatively low gradient only drop a few feet in elevation per mile. In other sections, the river will drop drastically over a short distance and will turn a once calm river into turbulent rapids. These unpredictable and fast-moving sections of the river are oftentimes littered with large boulders that can prove fatal to a raft or a rafter. In stretches like these, rafting can turn violent in a matter of seconds.
It had to drop 20 degrees since we started rolling.
Oh yeah, the wind's got some bite.
Freeze. All the more reason to get to this cache. We're running tight.
Yeah.
So I say we just hammer up.
Welcome to Alaska.
Let's roll.
Hold on, let me get up here.
Thank God we have the raft.
The Keefer brothers broke camp prior to daylight in order to get a jump on the storm. Changing river flows and gradients have plagued the morning float and only compounded their troubles on the water, but they're about to reach a critical point. The water is beginning to pick up speed, allowing them to cover long distances in short bursts. It will also mean equally long distances of calm, shallow water. Without oars to propel them, these calm sections of the river will eat away at valuable time, something they can't afford to waste if they hope to validate their second cache.
Woo! Good little section of fast water.
A steep drop in elevation has rocketed the brothers almost a mile down the river through a fast stretch of water littered with boulders. A narrow escape that has made up valuable time.
So, first snowfall, first couple of stands of good spruce. all in all, feels pretty good. Feels good to get down out of that high country, man. Get down into here where we got some trees. Gives us a little sense of shelter and way better for a fire. We have had to navigate some rapids for sure and some rocky sections, but we're making do. We're getting by. Rolling down the river.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me?
The river's
We're gonna
gradient
have
has
to
bottomed
push.
out.
I mean, we still got to find the cache.
The slow, shallow water means Chris and Casey will be forced to drag the raft the last half mile. The Keefer brothers are fighting the river as they battle the elements in search of their second supply cache. With limited vision in the face of a blizzard and only 14 minutes left to find and validate the cache, the brothers must be extra vigilant in their search.
I was saying we're at the coordinates right now.
A lot of good that does us.
As the brothers struggle to maintain a healthy internal temperature, their bodies use up resources that would otherwise be available for mental processes. As a result, the mind is more likely to make mistakes or choose the easy option rather than the correct one. Everyday decisions can quickly become life-threatening scenarios because of the extreme environment they find themselves in.
Boom, baby. Right here. Cache. Oh, it's like Christmas morning. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna validate.
Yeah, send that in, dude. I'm getting into this thing.
Get it. Okay. Sent. Cache validated.
Covered in rock.
That's one of the coldest nights I've ever spent. It's proven to be pretty difficult thus far.
It's been 2 days since the brothers were dropped in the high Arctic tundra, having covered 12 river miles over tough terrain and in freezing temperatures with minimal gear. The brothers have successfully found and validated their second cache.
Oh, we got a frame pack. Got something in it. Fingers are just freezing. Salt. Tag bags and salt.
Seriously?
There's got to be more than that.
What else? Is there any other pocket?
No, nothing on the inside. Oh, there's something in here. Rangefinder.
Oh boy, baby, you know what that means.
Open that thing.
If there's a rangefinder, we got a gun.
Oh, it's skinning knives.
How do we not get oars? Come on! Oh, baby!
What?
They're folded up in there.
Oars. Yes.
Yes! Looky! What kind of gun are we working with? 4 bullets.
4 bullets? 4. There's got to be more bullets than that.
I'll check every pocket.
Only 4 bullets will leave little room for error.
270 Win, short mag. Oars, huge. Salt and tag bags, and a tarp.
The brothers' second supply cache proves critical for taking down big game. The meat care kit contains iodized salt, synthetic game bags, and skinning knives. These items will help prepare and preserve game meat and hides for several weeks, if they can find game. With the addition of oars, the raft kit is finally complete, and the brothers can now travel safely downriver at a quicker pace. The rifle kit contains a Model 70 270 short magnum rifle, 4 ballistic silver-tip bullets, a 4-12x50 rifle scope, and a rangefinder. These items will afford the brothers the opportunity to take down big game from a distance.
Those oars are going to be huge.
Because I'm done with the sticks and the rowing. We got oars now.
Finding oars in the cache means less time spent on the river. Valuable time the brothers can spend searching for food.
Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, cache validated. Your next cache is located 15 miles downriver.
That's
15 miles far.
That's far.
So at this point, with this weather, I say we just keep moving and try to find a spot for this evening, since we got more daylight.
I'm not camping here, no way.
All right.
Let's just keep rolling, dude. We're already in it. Best way to stay warm is to keep on pushing. Let me get this all buttoned back up.
So they got a frame pack. Put that in there.
Where's that rangefinder?
I don't have it.
I think I put it back. Yeah, it's back.
The salt and the tag bag is great. It just means we can take something down.
What we should do is just lay this stuff, and then let's just tarp it.
Yeah.
Tarping the raft will protect what little gear the brothers have by keeping it dry.
It's a good tarp, too. Hey, you want to throw your stick?
Yeah. Look at that stupid.
It's very invigorating.
Yeah.
Success, man. Cache 2 down.
All right. Man.
Let's keep moving. I'm starting to get chilly.
All right.
Look at that. Tell you what, winter's coming fast.
It's Alaska, baby. That's how she rolls. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh. Oh.
Ah, yes. Perfect.
As the sun peaks in the sky on the brothers' third day in Alaska, the cloud cover burns off, taking the winter storm that has barraged them all morning with it. The elation of finding oars in their second cache is short-lived, as they find themselves in shallow water. As the day drags on, the brothers' pace continues to lessen. This morning's push to the cache sapped their reserves, and they find themselves running on fumes.
It's just wild how when you're flying in here, everything looks so tame and so peaceful from the air or from a distance. The land looks level and flat. The river doesn't look too daunting, and then you get down here. There's nothing flat about it. The rivers are nasty, but that's what we sign up for, you know? It's not the postcard you see, it's the real deal.
This whole time, Casey and I have been kind of going down this river. We're looking to see if we can't pick up some protein along the way. The thing about the tundra is it's so vast, and then out of nowhere, you'll run into a herd of caribou, or you'll see a moose, and you're like, where did he come from? But it's a little discouraging when you can see 5 miles in all directions, and you don't see anything.
Warmer temperatures take hold as Chris and Casey slog their way through a long, flat stretch of river. Their primary goal now is to reach tree line, where food will be more prevalent.
Hey, Chris, right there. What's on that left bank? What? Where? What is it? Hey, it's a bear. He's coming this way. Keep your eye on.
Hey, bear!
It's like 150 yards. If we lose him in this tall brush, it's gonna be brutal.
Standing over 12 feet tall, an adult male grizzly in the fall can weigh more than 1,200 pounds and run up to 40 miles per hour over long distances. Their paws have 4-inch claws that are specialized tools to dig up roots, even in frozen ground. They are strong enough to kill an adult caribou in a single blow, and their bite force is over 1,200 psi, strong enough to crush a bowling ball. These bears that call Alaska home are known to roam several hundred miles. Losing sight of him now means Chris and Casey risk stumbling upon him somewhere downriver.
Hey, bear!
Hey, you see him? No.
Hey, bear! Came down the hillside right at us. And now we have no idea where he is. The problem is where we last saw him is right there. This river bends and goes right by there. We're just taking our time, just gonna kind of talk out loud, yell at him.
There are more than 30,000 bears in Alaska. Meeting one up close is something the brothers always try to avoid.
Stay alert.
Grizzly bears are found in many different habitats across North America. They are normally solitary animals and not typically territorial. However, they are known to congregate where food is plentiful. A grizzly attacking a human is uncommon, but their temperament can easily change if cornered, surprised, or a mother's cub is endangered. This is not the first encounter the brothers have had with grizzlies, nor will it be the last. A threat the brothers must always be aware of when traversing the wilds of Alaska. With a bear in the immediate vicinity, Chris and Casey are forced to continually stop and check their surroundings with each new bend in the river.
We just want to see what's ahead of us. Anytime you can use the land to kind of get a grasp of what's up in front of you, you got to do it.
Especially with a bear in the area. For once, I'm glad there's no trees. We can see for miles.
The brothers make use of a small hill to see out and around their surrounding location, also known as glassing. This vantage point allows the brothers to see for miles in all directions, as they hope to spot the grizzly before it spots them.
But we just seen him if he's gone. Yeah, but the grass is real tall here. Look at those mountains, man. They're closing in all around us, though.
The brothers have reached an almost impassable section of the range and have come face to face with a full-grown male grizzly bear shortly after validating their second cache. Steep mountains flank the sides of the river and force any traveling animal into the only passable area for miles, known as a choke point. Animals in the surrounding area will be forced to funnel into this concentrated chute, making it a prime hunting habitat. But the presence of a grizzly reaffirms that the brothers aren't the only ones on the hunt. Predators have learned to take full advantage of terrain changes like this and are known to congregate where prey is plentiful. Finding this choke point increases the brothers' chances of attaining red meat, but it also means they must be more cautious than ever, as they are now in direct competition for food with the area's resident predators.
Nothing. We should probably get going, huh?
Wait, what's that?
What? Dude, it's a caribou, right there.
The caribou is back upriver, where the brothers last spotted the bear. Chris and Casey have spotted a lone caribou wandering the open tundra, but they must act fast. The brothers must hurry back to the raft to re-equip before he moves out of range.
We just spotted a caribou.
Up on the side of the hill. Thing is we don't want to go hammering up through there with our waders on, because if you tear your waders, they're worthless.
We got like a perfect wind right now. Gosh, we got that rifle. We don't have a lot of bullets.
Gotta make the shots count. I'm ready to go.
All right, let's go.
The longer the brothers are away, the greater the risk of them losing track of him. Caribou hair matches perfectly against the backdrop of the open tundra, acting as a camouflage against predators.
Is he still there? Right there to the left. Going left or right, see him? Hey, what's the range on him?
There are many factors the brothers must take into consideration before taking a shot: pressure, velocity, and distance. The primer found in a bullet spits fire, creating gas and increasing pressure that launches the bullet forward within a millisecond. The weight of the bullet and the pressure acting upon the bullet determines both its velocity and distance. As the bullet leaves the muzzle, wind, air, and gravity impact its energy and trajectory, slowing it down and arching its path. Adding in wind direction and a moving target makes it that much more difficult. A strict code of ethics will not permit the brothers to take a poor shot, even in these extreme circumstances.
196. 196. Shoot him for 200. Where'd he go?
I don't know. All I can see is white. And it disappeared. Right there. See his head just popped up.
Oh yeah, he's right there.
See him? All right, he's standing up. Got him.
Hold on. He turned his body.
Caribou are one of the only mammals that can see ultraviolet light, a rare ability that allows them to spot predators across long distances. Combined with the vast emptiness of the tundra, gives the caribou a distinct advantage over the brothers.
He was quartering too, and he spawned. Look, and he knew we were here.
Oh yeah. He's looking right at us.
Did he go in that creek?
Yep. Yeah, he's like a day away already. Oh, I hope the bear doesn't get him.
Having spotted the brothers, the caribou has taken refuge in a small creek almost 500 yards back upriver. There is nowhere else for the caribou to avoid detection, and the thick cover and high banks will allow the brothers to move undetected. If they can make their way around the front side of the creek, they may have another shot, but they must also be aware that a grizzly bear still lurks in the immediate area. Surviving solely on adrenaline at this point, they can only hope the trek will be worth its weight in red meat. They must constantly pay attention to the wind and the geography. One miscalculated move could send the caribou running.
I say we creep in here right now, but I don't want to like dive in there. Why don't we just walk up and let our wind blow?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! He just stood up. Check him.
A white wolf was lurking in high brush around the creek, stalking the caribou, or the brothers.
Wow, shaking. Look at that. I took 3 steps backwards,
Chris is
man.
fortunate to still be in one piece after such a close encounter.
He just got up right there. I don't know if he was coming at me or if he was charging or what, but at this time, I'm not messing around.
Dude, he knew we were here long before we knew he was here.
That second shot dropped him right there in his tracks.
He was just laying right down in here, or what?
Just kind of stood up behind this stuff and looked, just when he stood up and looked at me, and I just popped off one, and he just kind of folded, and the second one he just dropped.
Well, I heard you yelling, and the next thing I know, you're shooting.
Freaked me out when I turned around, and that's all I saw.
The wolves that roam the remote corners of Alaska are some of the most lethal and efficient hunters on Earth. Generally found in packs that consist of 6 or 7 animals, wolves are social carnivores that rely on numbers to take down prey 5 times their size. Oftentimes, due to relatively high birth rates, a pack of wolves must continuously be on the hunt. In most of mainland Alaska, moose and caribou are their primary food source, with small animals like squirrels, beavers, and snowshoe hares supplementing their diet. An efficient pack of wolves is capable of taking down large game every few days, especially when the ground is snow-covered. This high rate of predation can have drastic effects on the reproduction rates of moose, caribou, and even Dall sheep. Alaska is home to an estimated 11,000 wolves, and they have never been considered either endangered or threatened. Checks and balances are in place to control the wolf populations. If left unmanaged, this super predator would devastate Alaska's wildlife.
Today was a hard day, but it was well earned. Ever since we entered this valley, we started to see, signs of caribou kills up in the hills. There's wolves around. You get in those situations, and that animal in particular is so unbelievably skilled. I don't know, it's a humbling experience. We're not survivalists. We're not guys that, claim we know everything about being out here. We're big game hunters that love to test ourselves. But just being able to see caribou tonight and not be able to pull the trigger, just watching that food go by is pretty hard. If anything I've learned, it's that you gotta take it as it comes. We spent a lot of energy today going up there, but that's how we roll.